GTM frame. And what these guys do is they're packaging. They're packaging because when you get this car at home, you got to start with a bare frame. And you run your brake lines, your battery lines, your fuel lines. You put your engine in, your suspension. But it would be kind of inconsiderate of us if we gave you a bunch of pieces of aluminum that didn't make any sense. So these guys position them with tech screws so you see where the parts go. When you get home, all this stuff comes off. These guys are one of the critical QCs. There's a frame outgoing QC, and then there's a QC here before it goes to the shipping dock. And I'm proud of these guys. Josh and Fred work in this area, and they make every single car. And really, they're the ones that see what you're going to see. And this is half of the kit. So that frame and body panels all come together. After the robot trims them, you'll see them on the racks behind you. All these panels get put on, and basically, this is half of a kit. The other half are the packaged boxes, and that would be the gauges and seats and carpeting and all the other accoutrements, headlights, taillights, suspension parts for the kit. The entire warehouse behind you is where all of the parts are stored by part number. So you're looking at fasteners, control arms, parts that are bought from an outside vendor, and parts that are fabricated by us, either coated, secondary operations are made. I'll put my plug in. It's a little bit of a sales pitch. You really can't count on me for an honest answer to anything because, you know, if I'm talking about the company, I'm talking about a child, and it's my own kid, and I'm not objective about it. I love it too much, so you're not going to get the truth from me ever. But I'll brag this way. There's a mail-order catalog, Crutchfield. Anybody know Crutchfield? Oh, yeah. Car stores. I remember reading the back of the catalog one time. They were bragging about 95% back order free. And they buy boxes of stereos from China in huge warehouses, and all they do is ship them to you, right? And here in this business, in this warehouse, there's probably 10,000 different SKUs. Of the and they come from, 300, 400, 500 suppliers from all over the world. And the parts come in, are fabricated, assembled. The complexities and the interference and the tolerances on just that frame, not alone the 4 different products. The complexity of what we do from a parts business is mind-boggling. And the truth is that we have a fantastic shipping department and outgoing shipping, and we make mistakes all the time. But I'm always so proud. Every time I look, every week I have a backlog report that says how many parts per kit were not included with the kit, whether they're 8 or 10 or 4. And I'm always amazed that we can do this job. And sometimes I get overwhelmed and I think, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, you can't do this, what we're doing. It's too complicated. But, you come back to work and things seem to make sense. But arranging the logistics of all of those parts and all their complexities and the right quantities and the right numbers and QCing them and the tolerances and putting them all together into a car that can be built into artwork that is now an asset is an amazing thing. And the process from start to finish is so complex. But we've been doing it for a while, so I guess it's not that we're smart, we've just been doing it a lot. So we've gotten better at it just because we've been doing it. And I'm real proud of the company. The rest of this area, these kits go out onto racks and they meet up with the packaged products that really come from the guys on the phones and tech orders, the guys who place an order, they write up the order, it comes to the floor. The business makes a lot of sense to me. It's a complex business, but it has a tremendous number of rewards. I mentioned the one reward is that we get credit for other people's work, and that's probably one of the